All right, check it out. New project. It's going to be I think this is a 72 Kawasaki S2, and I've got it over here at my dad's house. We're going to take it off the bike hauler here and see what we've got. See if there's oil in the crankcase, right?
Yep, that's it.
And I got Darth here's with me, and this is Yihimbi Blammo. We're going to see what this thing's all about. What do you think? Did you check it out a little bit?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good shape.
I feel like it looks pretty clean. I mean,
yeah, you don't have much to do. It's probably a good rider. Compression's good.
There's not really even many chips on the paint, are there?
No.
So we're going to get unloaded and take a look. Well, at this point, we're draining the oil out. The old oil, it looks pretty thick. There it is down there on the ground. And they took the cover off for the pump there, the oil pump, and the pump lines look really good. So that's a good sign. The odometer on this bike is at 5,500 miles, and it might be correct. I don't know. Overall, I think the bike's pretty clean. I'm pretty excited I bought this one. We pulled the fuel lines off. We just cut them off because we're going to replace them. And there you can see the seat pan's in pretty good condition. I don't know if it's the stock seat. I'm sure you guys will let me know, because it doesn't have a pattern to it. It looks like it's been redone. Other than that, yeah, so we're going to put some new fuel lines on it. We're checking make sure there's no oil in the crankcase right now, and also draining the old oil out. Keep you updated. So we pulled the gas tank off, and the fuel was bad, of course, so we're going to put new fuel in there, drain it out, put new fuel in, no big deal. It was interesting, though. I looked at this. I believe this is factory. So if you're missing these things, this is how they did it. It's like a cup of foam or something going around there with some tape. That's all it is. So that's what it looks like underneath the tank. And other than that, we got the fuel, we got the oil tank off, and we're going to clean it up, put fresh oil in, and go from there. So here you can see the intakes, the carburetor's off, and I've got this piece of hose right here. The whole thing's maybe 12 inches long, and I've got it marked here at about 10 inches, and this is actually going down through the two throws of the crank. And then once you get the piston positioned in the right place, you can actually feed it down all the way to the bottom of the crank, blow or suck on it to see if your crank's filled with oil. So what you got to do is get to top dead center and then go a little bit past, and I'm going to show you that on an engine that's disassembled. Alright, here's an engine that is kind of disassembled, the head's off of it, and basically what we're trying to do is get our hose to go into there. So you need the two throws and the rod in this position in the engine, and there's a couple ways you can get to that point, and we'll show you here in a second. So here we're going to find top dead center. You can see Darth over there on the other end, and you can also move the crank on that side if you need to, but I'm using the Kickstarter here, and you can see my little dowel rod's going up, and right when it stops going up, that's where you want to leave it. Right when it's about top, or maybe even that crank goes over just a little bit this way, then you can feed your tube in. I'll show you that. Alright, so with the piston at top dead center, or a little past, you just work this hose in. It could be a little bit of a trick. There it goes, and there you can see it pops in, and you can feel it, and then you'll feel it hit stuff down in there, and then you blow through it. And if you don't hear any bubbles, or you can suck out whatever you want to do, then it should be free and clean. Here, about ready to start the bike. You can see there we've got a temporary battery set up. I'm not sure if the battery that came with the bike is any good. So what I did is, just to see if this thing runs, we cleaned out the oil tank, put all fresh oil in it, made sure that nothing was clogged. We purged the oil line that goes down to the oil pump, and it didn't have washers, the sealing washers on the banjo fitting, so we put those in. And also we bled out that line right off the get-go, so I just cracked that banjo loose till some oil came out, some fresh oil. We pulled these caps off and set another spark plug on the side here and grounded it out, and checked to see that we had spark after we figured out that the electrical system seems to kind of work. And I think at this point it's fresh gas, purged it, or took all the gas out of there, put fresh gas in, and at this point it's we're gonna see if it'll start. So here we go. Okay guys, we're going to give it a shot, see if it starts up. It's probably going to take a lot of kicks. I'm going to just choke it and give it no throttle.
Well, it's kind of sweet, though.
All right, cool.
It ran.
I can't. Yeah, I mean but it's definitely running. The number 1 cylinder isn't firing, but here's the thing about this bike: I did not clean the carbs on it. I just wanted to see if it was going to run, and then when I get time, I'm real busy with some other projects. But when I get time, I'm going to tear down those carbs and completely rebuild them. Real quick, we're going to try a new spark plug to see what happens, but it could just be the carb. So. All right, sweet. Well, now I'm the proud owner of a 1972 S2 that runs. It's in pretty good condition for the price I got. I think I got a steal of a deal, honestly. And we looked at that number 1 cylinder. It's just the pilot circuit is probably plugged because you can manually run the slide up and down, and then it starts taking gas and firing. So the carbs just need gone through, and then it should be good to go. I'll get some new tires, do some general maintenance, chains, sprockets, things like that, and I think it'll be on the road. Cool.